Davis Henderson. Today I will be teaching you on 5 SAT strategies. The first strategy I will inform you on is translating algebra. So when taking the SAT, you like to translate algebra into math so you'll know how to solve it mathematically. Alright, so the question reads, if 30% of M is 40, what is 15% of M? So when you see is, that means write an equal sign. When you see of, that means to multiply. When you see a percent sign, it means 1 over 30. When you see what, it means substitute for any variable. Alright. So the question, since it says 30%, that means you do 30 over 100, which is equal to 0.3. Then it says of M, it means to multiply 0.3 times M. So, and then it also says it is 40. So that tell you that it'll be an equal sign then 40. It's basically rewriting the sentence mathematically. So then you divide both sides by 0.3 to get M by itself. So now you get M is equal to 133.3. So then when doing the second part of the question, it asks what is the 15% of M? So then you have what first, and remember, what is any variable. So the variable I use is T. So I did T is 15 over 100, which is equal to 0.15 times M, which is still 133.3, and the answer is 20, which is B. All right. So the second strategy I will teach you about is choosing numbers. All right. The question asks, how many seconds are there in M minutes and S seconds? And these are 5 answer choices. So what I did, I choose numbers. The numbers I choose was 1, since a minute is just, a minute is bigger than a second. So it's a lot of seconds in 1 minute. So I choose 1 for minutes and 10 for seconds. And this is the original statement, 1 minute, 10 seconds. So you know that it's 60 seconds in 1 minute, and 10 seconds is 10 seconds. So 60 seconds plus 10 seconds equals 7. All right. If we plug this into answer A, it automatically works. 60 times 1, which is 1 minute, plus S, which is seconds. So 60 times 1, that's 60, plus 10 equals 7. So it's kind of coincidental that the first answer choice works. So you usually want to have to try all these answer choices, but you still want to try to see which one worked. And you see all of these did not work, so you just move on to the next problem. The third strategy I will show you is use your given formulas. If you have formulas like 36, 90 triangle, so you'll want to use your formula sheet. So the questions read, in the figure above, EBC is a square, and AE is equal to 8. Line AE is equal to 8. What is the area of EBCD? So this is the square. Alright, so we gave you the line AE of the triangle is 8. You must remember these. You must remember these formulas. X is always gonna be 30. X square root 3 is gonna be 60, and 90 will always be 2x. So they gave you 8. So they automatically tell you that 90, whatever angle 90 is, will be 8 times 2, which is 16. And then you have 8 to find side 60. You must do 8 times the square root of 3, which is 8 times square root of 3. Since a square is equal to, on all 4 sides, you must multiply this side time the length time width to get area of the square, which would be 192. All right. The fourth strategy is working backwards. The question reads, the numerator of a certain fraction is 5 less than the denominator. If the fraction is equal to 3/4, what is the denominator of the fraction? All right. So this is basically how I read it. The numerator is x minus 5. The denominator is x. So that means whatever x is in the denominator and the numerator is gonna be x minus 5. It's gonna be x less than 5. So what I did, I choose every one of these and wrote these in the denominator, which you see right here in every problem. And I subtract the 5 from every number. And if it did not equal to 3/4 or it could not be simplified to 3/4, it wasn't the answer, and the only answer that was correct was D. Alright. The last strategy I will show you is the inverse method. The question reads, if y is inversely proportional to x and what the question reads x is inversely proportional to y and y is equal to 15 when x is equal to 5. What is the value of y when x is equal to 25? So one thing that you must always remember when doing inverse method, when one value increase or decrease, the other value must do the opposite. And you can also use the formula x times y equal k. K is a constant, so it will never change. So this is the original problem. 5 times 15 equals 75. And then on the second part, they want to know what if x equals 25 and you don't know why. So you could always just multiply and get divide on both sides to get y by itself, which would be 3. But another way to remember, like I said before, if x increase, y would decrease. So it shows that x was multiplied times 5. So therefore y would divide by 5. So that give you y equal 3. That's my presentation. Thank you.